Yo, what's up guys? Gemini here, coming at you with a 2021 video. It's a new year and just going on a ride, you know, some two-wheel therapy. And I think today I'm going to kind of talk about what I've learned in my first year of motovlogging. So I'm not exactly sure when the anniversary of my first year of motovlogging is, but it's been about a year. I want to say I made my first video, which wasn't really a motovlog, in December of 2019. So in terms of motovlogging itself, I want to say it's probably been about like 9 or 10 months, but either way, my first year of motovlogging and what I've kind of learned just about motovlogging in general and motorcycle riding. So motovlogging, it's not easy. I mean, anybody can go out and buy a camera, buy a microphone, and go out and start filming and talking, but I mean, that's just like the complete surface level of it. There's so much more that goes into it, you know, like what kind of camera are you buying? Are you doing a 360 camera? You doing a point of view camera? How are you setting up your camera on your helmet? Are you doing a chin mount? Are you doing some crazy contraption? Are you doing it on the top of your head? I mean, my first couple motovlogs, I put the camera literally on top of my helmet. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. And to most people, it's like, oh, I wouldn't make that mistake. I'm not that stupid. But I mean, there's other mistakes that you're going to make in the beginning. And I mean, the list just goes on and on. So like, one thing that I would definitely say is camera settings. Like if you're using a GoPro on a chin mount, like, you know, your typical setup, your camera settings are very important. And there's a lot that you can do with those to get different type of videos and stuff like that, just depending on how you want the video to look. And I did a lot of research and I played with it a lot. I mean, it took me a while to get my videos to how I wanted them to look. And there's a lot of ways of doing it. I mean, I prefer this way myself. And I think the videos look good in terms of the quality of the filming. But I mean, the hardest part of motovlogging is the content itself. Like, what kind of content are you gonna make? Like, how good are you at actually filming? I mean, for me, I'm not doing any crazy edits. Most of my stuff is riding and talking. And I like to kind of just catalog my journey as a motorcycle rider. So for me, it's pretty straightforward. And, you know, it's not gonna net me like a huge major following. And there might be changes, you know, I might do some things differently in the future, but for right now, this is what I enjoy. This is kind of how my channel was built. I like doing those like bikers being nice videos too. I like spreading that kind of like love and inspiration to people. So, like I said, it's not as easy and straightforward as you think. Not anybody can just be a good motovlogger. Anybody can go out and record, but to get everything like streamlined and also get your editing down, like editing is a huge learning curve. Even basic editing is a huge learning curve if you want to get it right. You know, like tweaking the audio, your transitions, like getting everything clean. It's difficult. My videos still aren't perfect. I definitely have a long ways to go in terms of editing. But I try to just keep it simple and make my videos more just based on the content instead of anything crazy. And then of course you have to actually know how to ride, which a lot of people would be surprised that there's some motovloggers out there that cannot ride very well. Because riding and talking is actually pretty difficult. It takes your focus away. If you really want to focus on like what you're saying and the content itself and make sure that it comes out decently, you kind of have to think about it. I think a lot of motovloggers, not all, but a lot, have like a script and they like memorize it or have like a basic note set. I kind of just go out and talk from my soul. And one thing that I've learned about myself is that I finally have gotten over kind of being camera shy. Like, it's weird because you're not filming yourself and there's no one else, but like when you start recording yourself, at least in the beginning for me, I kind of just like froze. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to say things like clearly, and like I mumble a lot, or I would say or like a lot, which I still do, but I kind of just talk like that also. So for me, getting over being camera shy was also a learning curve. Yeah, so, and then other things that people don't think about is like with your equipment. I got new SD cards, like this was a while back, because I wanted more storage, and I would not remember to format new SD cards every time I put them in a camera. So what happens is if you don't format the SD cards, not all the time, but a lot of the time, everything that you film on that unformatted SD card will actually come out corrupt. And I can't tell you how many times I've lost footage. Like I can't even, over 10 times easily, because either the audio wasn't right, the microphone wasn't plugged in, the camera was on the wrong settings, and sometimes like it just happens. I don't know how to explain it. I check my camera and I check my connection and everything before I ride every single time. I check the settings, I've locked the screen. I don't know, it's like there's a ghost in the machine, and just sometimes the camera will just automatically change its own settings. I'm not sure. So yeah, and I've gone through some different microphones and a couple cameras, and I've kind of got it to the point where, you know, where I like it. The other thing that I've done before is like nighttime filming and not switching the ND filter off. ND stands for neutral density filter, so it kind of like filters light and makes the video just more like, they call it like cinematographic, you know, like kind of like more of a movie feel with the motion blur and everything. But what happens is, if you don't take off the ND filter and it's nighttime, the camera just is like pitch black, like there's no video at all. You have to put that clear cover back on, because the ND filter is kind of like a tinted filter, so at nighttime you won't be able to see anything. But yeah, like I said, like there's just so many things. Like that's something that I definitely learned while motovlogging, and you know, like it's just all mistakes and learning from mistakes, but it's still really cool, and I love motovlogging. So for me, I still enjoy it. I enjoy everything regardless of the mistakes. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say? And one of the coolest things by far about motovlogging is the community itself. The motovlog community is so accepting of anybody. You don't have to have amazing videos. You don't have to have like crazy edits. Like you can have some of the worst video out there and it can just be completely terrible, but nobody cares. It's like you're out there on a motorcycle, you're motovlogging, and people are just super supportive of it. And everybody is like super helpful too. And I've passed on tips to people. I've helped people with camera settings, angles, you know, equipment, things like that, just suggestions. And I enjoy spreading the information that I've learned, which, by the way, if any of you guys want, feel free to ask me questions. I'm always down to answer any questions that you have, because I like being part of this community for that reason. A lot of like where I got the motovlog idea from was actually Moto Madness and Dirtbike Lunatic, because even though there's a lot of guys on there that are stupid and make dumb mistakes, there's also a lot of cool guys. And then a lot of them are actually motovloggers that don't just post, you know, near-miss videos and things like that. Kind of like me. Like 99% of my stuff is all motovlogging. But then, you know, I have videos every now and then of close calls, because I like to contribute back to Moto Madness, since he's just a really cool guy and I've got numerous hours of entertainment from his channel, so giving back is cool. And also it's educational. I don't always make the best choices in the videos. I'm not saying I'm perfect and that it's always the driver's fault. I'm not one of those people, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like, it's just like I said, there's so much to the motovlog community that's amazing. And I want to say thank you to any motovloggers that are watching, that have helped me. You guys are awesome. And if you're thinking about motovlogging and you have a motorcycle, like, it's so worth it. I mean, of course, if you have the money and the time and the drive, motovlogging is definitely not for everybody, and that's okay. You know, don't expect to be like super successful either. Like right away, I was like, my goal is 100 subs, and I've said this in like so many of my videos, and that's still all it is. It's just that 100 sub goal was really all it was, because I didn't want to have that expectation. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just didn't want to have that expectation of like, oh, I'm gonna be like so famous and so cool, because you really don't know, like, the way the algorithms work and the way that motovlogging is, it's much harder to get into than like doing car stuff. The following is much more of a niche market, and that's totally fine with me. I do this to make friends and meet people, and if I end up growing like a very small community, even like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, like that's gonna be so awesome. I mean, I'm almost there. So I don't know, I think it's really cool. Tell me what you guys think, and if you guys learned anything about motovlogging from this video, drop a like for me. And if you like this type of content, you like motovloggers and supporting motovloggers, hit the subscribe button, become a part of a little small community here, but you'll meet a lot of other really cool people. And stay tuned for more videos. I have a lot more on the way. Check out my Instagram if you like photos. I've really been streamlining my Instagram and trying to put like only quality photos up there too. And I'm pretty proud of the work that I've been doing. I've been putting in a lot of effort all around. So anyway, my name's Gemini, for all of you that are new and don't know. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.